Yeah, this is a lot of bullshit. I'm about to ask all this.
Yo, by this time next week.
The election.
Yep. Y'all got any predictions?
I don't
Trump
know,
by
bro.
landslide. Trump 2020. Kanye gonna come in second.
I want to say Biden.
I want to say Biden, but I also wanted to say.
But I don't say it confidently.
Yeah. Well, this is my thing. I want to say Trump by a little or Biden by a landslide.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's either going to be a blowout or Trump's going to win.
But I'm leaning more towards a slight Trump win. And even if it looks like close, I think Trump with this whole Supreme Court shit, he locked it in with that. Because, you know, they're going to dismiss anything that's going to make him lose, and they're going to hear anything that's going to make him win. You know what I mean?
Word.
You know how many...
I hope that it's not like last year. Nigga, you know you have to stay up to like 5 a.m. to figure out who won. And then when...
No, and it's... And
I hope it's like right away.
I heard something that said that you don't... we've never known the election results
No, we don't.
the day of.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Because you have to... It takes
there's an official,
days and shit to count the mail-in voting because...
And especially this year, they're talking about we're not going to know for weeks.
Yeah, for weeks.
But they'll know the winner.
Yeah, but I mean, there's...
By mathematically.
Right now, apparently, the issue is that more Republicans might go out to vote on the day of, and then more Democrats might do the mail-in voting. So they might not get it. So on election night, it might look like Trump won, but then once it's all counted, the mail-in votes.
I thought the mail-in vote
come in later.
Was already there was a deadline like today.
Yeah, well, I think they're saying this year,
and
this year so many that
nigga, some
bro, it's blowing every other election out the water.
Yeah, like let's say Philly. How many people are in Philly? Like 2 million. Let's say half of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You still got a million votes to go through, nigga, and you have a deadline. You have to do it by a certain time, but still, like, you still have to go through a million. It's impossible.
I'm voting the day of at the polls.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see my vote counting immediately. Like I'm one of them.
Pull the thing, a little check mark.
I'm still registered at my old spot, so I got to drive over.
I don't want to do that because they be like. First of all, why they put timelines on that? Like, you can't go after a certain time. Like, what if I'm busy? You know, you never know how the day
It should
goes.
be a national holiday.
Everybody
Should have off.
option, and they shouldn't put limits on that.
Bro, I should.
And then they be trying to like move it around on some, on some red line and shit. Like they try to make it so that you can't vote, and then the lines be dumb long. Nah, it's just nah. I'd rather make sure
they should make that shit online with your social.
Yeah,
with a couple your social.
Yeah,
like
I think
a bank
J. Cole
account,
said
like
some shit like if you can vote for this thing by phone, there's no reason why we can't vote by our phone.
I know a country, some country in Europe, I think, did it.
We're still basically writing like a tally on a stone tablet.
Yeah, it's like a
yeah,
like clocking in like
some guy in a factory with a steam whistle counting mad ballots.
Yeah, shit's mad outdated.
Nigga, crazy.
Yeah, you could do your taxes online.
Yeah,
it's the same fraud.
All right, we took a little quick intermission because I had to take a piss. This episode is hosted by Dos Equis, apparently.
Lesbian beer.
Lesbian beer.
It's a lesbian beer.
So
we're proud allies of the lesbian race.
We were talking about voting a second ago. What were we saying?
How shit's gonna get real next Tuesday.
Shit's gonna get real, bro.
I'm surprised that it hasn't been reported yet, but I could see this happening. Like reports of Trump supporters driving around like in trucks, like trying to intimidate people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I feel like that's
definitely gonna happen.
That's gonna happen. You know, what I mean?
That cop in Florida that was there in uniform intimidating people with a Trump mask on. That shit wouldn't intimidate me. They'd be like, "Who you voting for?" I'm like, Trump. You don't know what I'm doing in the booth. If I guess, I'm not gonna argue with anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I like to do on election day? You know how they be the weirdo niggas outside handing out pamphlets? Like if you don't know who you're voting for already?
Yeah.
I take it and I look at it and I'm like, oh shit. Like actually reading it, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Although I should do research on the other people on the ballot.
Yeah, we should. I'm just gonna go Democrat all the way down.
Yeah, at this point. It sucks because that's what kind of you're forced into.
You definitely are forced to do that.
But especially if Trump is losing, or it looks like he's gonna lose.
I want to see him raise hell.
I don't, bro. That's just scary.
It is scary, but I want to see what
he's gonna call on all the Proud Boys, nigga, that were standing by.
Nigga, this is a What a time!
I got black friends, bro.
Nigga, what a time to be alive. This time is gonna be in the history books, my nigga.
Nah, really. There's
Nigga, his presidency. Period.
not on some narcissistic shit about like all my generation, but this might be like the most important election in American history.
Facts. But in our future, they're gonna look back and be like, "Yo, this nigga Trump said that he would grab a bitch by her pussy, and got elected. This nigga Trump got impeached and he got elected."
So you think people who like Trump are stupid?
Yes.
Nigga, I was debating that.
Senseless, delusional.
I was debating that. These niggas, I'm like, just because somebody like Trump doesn't make them. I'm like, yo, that shit makes them a little dumb. This nigga said trees explode, drink bleach. That's not even the worst shit he said.
Yeah,
he said he would fuck his own daughter.
There's so many things that like
she wasn't my daughter.
I will fuck her.
It's hard. It's hard to pinpoint because he lies like a good amount of times per day.
Yeah,
per day he lies a lot, nigga. Like he's a liar. And man,
yeah, like it's one thing for me
like no one can get away with that.
It's one thing for you to say like you're voting Republican because you want
because you support that party.
You're not a fan of big government, okay? But sit there and be like,
I like
Trump. Trump is my guy. I'm gonna wear.
Yeah, we were talking about that, right?
Nigga, you gotta be kind of stupid.
You gotta be sort of insane.
Yeah,
like I don't like Biden, but nigga, compared to Trump. He's the fucking man, bro.
Yo, he's a fucking genius.
Yo, he could be a vegetable.
And I'm taking him.
Bro, this is what I said. Trump is so stupid that Biden is literally like forgetting how to speak, and he trashes nigga 2 debates in a row.
but how
he literally doesn't know how to talk.
How sexist is America that Hillary Clinton couldn't get that same treatment?
You just gotta be a white man.
I voted for that bitch.
That bitch. Yo, fuck her.
That John.
Yo, legit, fuck her. But I voted for her too.
Yeah.
Nigga, I mean,
who was the other choice? Trump.
I will never be the type of nigga to put a nigga's name on my lawn. That's just weird to me.
That's mad weird.
Unless it's like you running, you know, my boy.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But I've never.
You put Joe's name on you.
Yeah, like my dad, his boy ran and he put shit on the window. But there's people that buy Trump paragraph.
Yeah, actually, in Sinking Spring area, I was driving by and there were like groups of people on both sides of the highway or the road, whatever that is, and they were like had signs there that said "Free Trump" signs. They were just giving that shit out. And I literally did this on purpose. I drove by the one, slowed down like this, gave him the finger, and then I went around to the other side and did it again.
You should have
fuck y'all.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Song. The same thing the niggas that wrote the Bible did.
Yeah, which is stupid to believe in that too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'll be like, yo, this nigga's a little stupid.
But
that doesn't mean
you can be smart in other ways.
Yeah, that's what I try to explain. You could be good at something, but like if you legit like Donald Trump, you're stupid.
Yeah, I legit on the way up here, I told Omar, I was like, yo, you know what surprises me? That Donald Trump has supporters.
Nigga,
like
more than one.
At his base level, he has supporters. He has somebody, that hears him and be like, yes, that's my guy. Like you could look at him and see he's a fucking idiot,
bro. It's some Twilight Zone shit.
I would never.
No, it's a lot. It's not even just one or two, nigga. Like millions. Like there are hundreds of people like in 100-foot radius of you. Yeah. Like yo, it's plentiful.
Yeah, even like you said on a surface level, on a basic level. Let's say we're in a room with 100 men. And Trump is one of them. I'm never going to look at him and be like, I want that guy to be my leader.
Exactly.
He can't even drink water, my nigga.
Yeah, yo.
He thinks...
Bro, they're really drinking the Kool-Aid. They're literally drinking the Kool-Aid.
He's so transparently incompetent that the fact that anybody supports me is like beyond me. Like, nigga, yo, what are you thinking?
It's weird, son.
It's weird.
Bro, that picture that came out of the Trump rally with I don't know if it was a man or a woman wearing that shirt that said, my son died of COVID-19 and I'm still voting for Trump.
It's like
so they're kind of admitting that
has
Trump's
the tone
fault.
that he knows that it's Trump's fault.
Yeah, he knows it was Trump's fault.
I don't care. Yeah,
and I don't care.
Yeah.
How do you get to that level of brainwashing in 4 years?
At that point, you're basically saying you love Donald Trump more than you love your own son.
Yeah, he does.
That shit is mad weird to me. Son.
Your own dead son.
What? Yeah,
it's because he lies a line. He repeats the same shit. Like he repeats the economy thing. Economy.
Mo was saying it on the way here. Is people like brash leaders, outspoken leaders, even if they're completely wrong, they just latch onto that leadership.
People gravitate to people who act like they're in charge because they don't want to be in charge. Most people are like sheep. You know what I mean? If you're the loudest person in the room, people will listen to you, even if you're wrong.
And there's power in numbers. So if we all join in,
and especially if you're white, because I mean, you could be loud and obnoxious and everything like that, but if if you're a minority, people be like, "Oh, this nigga's just braggadocious," and that nigga just talking shit. But if you're white, you can become a fucking CEO of a company just by being that loud.
You can become president of the free,
you know what I'm saying?
Greatest country.
And then you talking about how you raise yourself in your bootstraps. No, nigga, you just been wrong your whole life, but you know what I mean. Just the system works for you.
That shit bugs.
That's how it works. That nigga just.
It'll be different if the nigga was like self-made billionaire. Like nigga, he's
his
rich.
His dad was rich, man.
And if you equate it to like,
I feel like his dad was a billionaire.
His dad would have been worth close to $1 billion in today's money.
Oh, so he wasn't?
I don't know. I know Trump inherited like.
He was rich enough. He was rich enough.
Trump inherited what would be in today's money $250 million. So imagínate.
Nigga, $250 million.
I might get a house on the south side or 25 racks.
Nigga.
That shit's LD.
This nigga gave him a small loan of $1 million. A small loan.
In the 60s or whatever it was.
And that, what's that, like $7 million now?
You know what graph I seen? What graph I saw that was crazy? That said, it was a graph showing what percentage of the national wealth, which generation, when compared to each other, and us millennials have the smallest share of it. Mm-hmm. And baby boomers are like up here, and millennials are like down at the baseline, struggling to get by.
Right.
Because baby boomers, they got lucky, bro. Think about Trump, right? His dad was rich already to begin with, and when he took over, when he got money, New York City was like Reading. It was a 70s
cheap ass property.
So niggas buying buildings like crazy, and that shit blew up. Nigga, like Jay-Z said, I could have bought this building in Hoboken 10 years later. So imagine in the 70s, you win $1 million in New York City. You basically had to try not to be successful.
Yeah.
You buy any plot of land.
And all those buildings that he renovated and remodeled and shit, he never paid none of his employees, sued all his partners to get out of the contract.
Fuck Donald Trump, bro.
It's easy to win a monopoly when you start with $1 million.
Yeah,
you buy up all the property in the first. On the
you're
round.
A baby boomer, so you go around the block first. Nigga, you leave us the scraps.
Anyway,
and what kills me is that there's people that I know that before I knew they were Donald Trump supporters, I'm like, yo, they're respectable, smart men, or men and women, like. And then I find out that they're like hardcore Trump, and I'm like, yo, where is the disconnect? Because I know you're smart somewhere, somehow, in some capacity. But you're a proud Trump supporter. Nigga, crazy.
That's just weird when niggas be like, I understand
that's crazy.
people who be like, I'm a millionaire, I don't want my taxes,
I understand that when it's like
50 Cent,
when it's like rich, affluent white people.
What about 50 Cent?
But when it's like poor, dumb white people thinking Trump cares about them, and
it's
Hispanics,
it's weird.
Yeah, they ain't don't give a fuck about nobody. Like that interview of Ali G. So, Sacha Baron Cohen was on the Colbert Report, and he talked the Stephen Colbert show, and he was talking about it, how when Donald Trump came for the interview, he talked to this first guy who was the organizer or secretary or something.
The producer,
something like that. And he was. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well,
he was like a handsome.
He was a handsome guy,
dressed well, Englishman.
Yeah, Englishman. And so as soon as he sat down with, he was like, "Oh no, this is the guy who's going to be interviewing." As soon as he saw him, thinking he was a real character, a real person, his demeanor changed.
Yeah.
He's like, and what he said was he could tell that he wasn't happy to be talking to someone that he felt that was a lower class.
Inferior.
Yeah. So I mean, even if you're white, nigga, he don't give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about you. He don't even,
it's pretty
I don't even think he gives a fuck about his own family.
Exactly.
Except for his daughter.
Yeah, his daughter, he wants to fuck her.
Grab her by the pussy.
Yeah. But this is the thing, and then it's like military people, they're usually Republican, right? Military people, police, most conservative people. Right. And the thing is, the nigga called them losers and shit.
Yeah.
It's like if you're,
because that's what he really feels. If you're of the labor force of the common man, you're
a
trash.
loser. Yeah. It's if you're a prisoner of war, you're a loser. I like people who don't get caught. That's literally what he said.
Yo, speaking of which.